when I was a teenager. You're trying to find things to connect to, whether it be like your first crush or like going through puberty, getting your period for the first time.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking your time. And I want to say congratulations on the show. I feel like this is such an important series in this day and age. And I feel like as a woman, there were so many scenes where I was really uncomfortable to watch. It wasn't even the bigger moments, it was the small moments where I was like, okay, this is really part of my own identity as a woman. For example, the ball scene where the man standing on the gallery watching down on the girls. And ugh, I had shivers watching that. And I was wondering, did you, when you were filming this show or preparing for the show, reading the script, did you ever had a moment where you were like, okay, this hits really close to home for me?
Definitely. I think that there's a lot of moments in the show that feel very close to our own reality. But I think like getting to be a part of the show and getting to tell this story, I hope will connect with audiences and have them wake up and then not forget to use their voice. Because even in Gilead, these girls who don't have their own voice necessarily, they still find a way to speak up and use it in such an oppressive society as well.
And one of the most powerful moments for me was actually the very beginning of the show when we see the women and history standing beside each other in the beginning. And my mind immediately went to all the women in history that made an impact. And I was wondering, is there a woman in history that made an impression on you?
Ooh.
There's a lot. I think that like we're definitely standing on the shoulders of our ancestors in that way. We would not be here without the likes of the people who came before us.
Yeah, I think especially like in this industry, like we're so fortunate to be following in the paths of so many who kind of paved that way and shaped the roles that women can play, and we're very fortunate for that.
Do you have a special actress in mind when you think about the women that paved the way for actresses?
I'll say like in television, somebody I'll say is Kerry Washington. I'll say her being one of the first Black women to lead a TV show, and I think like when before she started Scandal, I was like what like maybe four. I could be misspeaking, but like I'll say Kerry Washington is somebody that comes to mind.
I'll say Jessie Buckley because she's not Scottish, but she's Irish, and she was the first Irish actress to just win the Oscars, and so that felt lovely. That I guess more nationalities are reaching those conversations.
And I would like to talk a little bit about Lydia because I feel like this role, I would imagine, means so much to you because you've played her for such a long time.
Yes, thank you.
And now you be able to show kind of a different side of her. I don't want to spoil anyone who didn't read the book. Is there something that she taught you in this project that is new to you?
Well, it's interesting, this notion of don't be afraid of the power you have. Use it wisely. I think she learns over time between The Handmaid's Tale and the Testaments and the 3 to 4 year gap, what it means to take a breath, think before you act. She's very strict self-regiments of how to care for oneself, how to get a job done, how to express yourself clearly. I admire that in her. My message would be different, surely, from The Handmaid's Tale. But just her clarity of speech, I think, is very powerful.
Was it any difficult to get back into this role?
No, she stayed inside me for this time. She also speaks to me on occasion, reminds me of things that I may have forgotten. She is my dear friend, so she has stayed with me. And I hope she helps me out in this series. I think she will.
You already mentioned that, Chase. This is also a show that is hopeful. And I feel like while The Handmaid's Tale was really dark, we see also a coming of age story in this series. We see the first love, we see friendship, which is really important, puberty, what it does to girls. Do you think this is really important to have this aspect? Besides the really dark and heavy moments that also are really important that they are there.
I definitely do because I think that especially I remember when I was a teenager. You're trying to find things to connect to, whether it be like your first crush or like going through puberty, getting your period for the first time, that are not like just from your friends or just from like your mom or your aunts or things like that. And I think that like having that also be in a TV show and be so accessible in that way, I think that that's also can be a sense of comfort, and just know that even in the society that these girls are in Gilead, where so much has to be hidden, so much is not talked about. These are universal things that everybody is going to go through. Everyone's going to have their first crush. Everyone's going to get their period, and then everyone is going to have a best friend. So I think that those core things that are so critical for us growing up, it's nice to have that at the forefront in media as well.
Thank you so much for taking your time. I hope you'll be back for season 2.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much. Thank you.